9. Stuck in numbness. I am lost forever. No one knows how to get me out. I am stuck in loss of love, life, and happiness. My grief crashes into my body and permeates my soul. Stuck in numbness. I saw myself as lost forever, no one knowing how to get me out, and me not being aware even if they tried. I learned later that I am the only one who can get me out. I am the only one who can make choices for me. It took several years to allow the grief of the years to come crashing in and around me. It took several more years to wallow in it and actually let myself feel it. I went to Los Angeles the week before the September 11th, 2001 Twin Tower attacks in New York, so I could get counseling from my brother on what to do and how to say my piece. We had made a pact at age 10 that we would break the pattern of divorce in our family. We would do it differently. I requested permission from my brother to renege on our agreement. On my return, dealing with the grief of the world after the bombings of the World Trade Center and the subsequent death of the teenage son of my dear friend, led to my decision that I could no longer contribute to the suffering of the world by staying in this place of sorrow. I finally allowed the physical world to ground me in grief rather than exiting my body and escaping into my mind and flying far beyond the present. I finally acknowledged my destitution as my own and not a projection of someone else's pain. The grieving begins. I am lost in the contemplation of grief. I am still not able to fully own it or live it emotionally, but in my mind, I am getting ready to go into the tunnel of death, not knowing if I will return. Stuck in numbness. Whew. Doll in the attic. The doll disappeared for 40 years. She couldn't move. She was frozen in time while her family, petrified by sorrow and the terror of losing themselves, chose to abandon her in the attic where no others have gone for 40 years. Afraid of what they might find in themselves, dolls we are, we didn't know we could laugh or cry or live or die. To be shaped by fear, impending doom, abandonment of self, love of life, squeezed out drop by bloody drop, lifeless in the carpet reddish, brown and rusty with the sound of the bird singing outside and the tea set broken in the garden, lost. Taffy. How could action be so difficult? Moving like taffy when the choices seem so obvious. Fear or limbo, waiting or stagnating, timing or just plain scared. Who knows the futility of it all? In flight. I wish I had a notebook to write down all my thoughts instead of an airplane napkin with peanut salt on it dusty. Reflections in the glass through the sunset with the plane flying into blue airspace or clouds, lives en route, on hold, in between, encapsulated in this compartment, thinking about nothing while the world races beyond to oblivion, chattering television, mindless safety precautions. Put your air mask to your face first before helping others. Welcome aboard, ma'am. How was your day? My what? Weary world. Arbitrary situations lacking definition, circles of uninterrupted work. Faces of unemployed, working, or sleeping are all the same, without rest from the weary world of pretend. Glowing embers of competence sputter out quietly one by one as midnight blackness overtakes them. One tunnel. My heavy heart lightens, grief is lifted for a moment, maybe for a day or several. Too much to ask for a week? Consequences of my choices will strike again. Why didn't the instruction book work? How to make choices when there is only one tunnel.